So I'm often asked how to cut down paper, and I don't actually cut it, so that's a misnomer. I actually rip the paper down. So I start with a full sheet of paper, which is 22 by 30, which I'm not going to do here, but this started as a 22 by 30, and I ripped it in half and a half and a half and in half again. So we're down now to a 1/16 of a piece of paper. So if I want to do the same process to rip it down one more time, I have two different ways to show you. So first I'm going to try not to touch the middle of the paper because that gets oils on my fingers. So I'm going to line up the corner. I'm just going to work around the edges where I'll eventually tape, probably, and line up the corner and then crease it when it's halfway. Okay, I'm being very careful not to touch the middle of the paper. Okay, then once again line up the other corner and do a short crease there. Then I'm going to take my straight edge, which is a metal ruler with a very sharp edge. It's my favorite. I don't like to use the wooden ones because they tend to get chipped and they don't have a clean and crisp edge. So now I'm going to line up my two tick marks where I have the fold. I'm going to line those up, and again I'm going to try not to touch the middle of the paper so I don't leave a nice oil relief on my paper. Line up my two tick marks nice and accurately, and then I'm going to take the corner of the paper and I'm going to pull across the ruler, and now I have two equal size, 1/32 of a sheet. That's one way to do it. Another way you can do it, now this paper is a painting I had on the background, so if you do the next method you want to work with the back side of the paper, which in this case is the front side because I've already got a painting on it. But in this case you want to do the similar thing, line up the two corners and crease it again. But now I want you to go ahead and crease down all the way. Make that crease go all the way down. And then at one corner, again, try not to keep your fingers off the front side of the paper. And get the rip started along that crease. And now you can push down onto the table and the paper should rip right along the crease. You might want to crease it back and forth a couple of times to make sure it gets a nice clean rip. That's two different ways you can size down your paper. And that works whether it's big or small. So I'll keep those aside as scraps to test my paint.